the general business rule is manage your clients' expectations. My business mazhinji manje vanoti what you see is what you get. Asi vamwe vedu zvatiri kuita ndezvekuti we overpromise and underdeliver. Then we have problems with clients. Hi, my name is The Creative Marketer, and on this page we specialize in digital marketing, market research and brand management. And today we are going to talk about the balance pazvino 3 izvozvo. Vanhu vazhinji online, they are coming trying to be perfect, which is our first problem that we need to address. Remember, people want to relate with a business. Yes, we are there for your products, but we want to relate with you. Make your brand relatable. The second thing being, when you overpromise people, when you try to be perfect, when you try to show this perspective of isusu number 1 tinoita zvese, number 2 customer service yedu inoita, ndosaka muchidzima comments nekuti hamudi kuti macustomer auya achikuudzai kuti zvinhu zvamuri kuita hazvisiri izvo. But all of that perfection, that pressure to be perfect, inokanganisa business. Now let's address the issue of under-delivering and over-promising. Over-promising has one issue. Iwewe kana uchiziya kuti madomasi ako ari 5 anoita $1. But iwe pauno advertiser unobva wati madomasi angu unobva watobika ne1 iroro muriwo wako wese mavheji nenyama, wobva wati plus ne1 domasi iroro rinobva rakupa flavor yebeef. Do you see what you've done? You've overpromised online. Munhu paanozouya achitenga chinhu chaari kutenga ichocho, you now have an issue. They have expectations. You just have a tomato. They buy the tomato expecting it to have beef flavor and expecting it to be so big that they can cook their vegetables and their meat together, kawan ne 1 tomato. The next thing that person is going to do, if they do buy your product, they are never going to come back. And what you need is for your clients to keep coming back. Return customers tend to bring more to the business than a new customer does. And getting a new customer is harder than bringing a customer back to you. Now we're going to address the third thing. The third thing being, you under-promise and then you over-deliver. Iwewe unoziva kuti the amount of work that you need to do takes probably minimum 6 hours. You tell your clients, my work takes 12 hours. What you've done is you've managed the client's expectations. What you've done is you're still within room of control, which is what you really want with your clients. When you manage their expectations, you then say, okay, fine. Yes, you were expecting your work in 12 hours, but I've managed to do it in 9 hours. The 9 hours now is not the 6 hours in which you did it in, because what you want to do is then say when they come back later, you don't put yourself under pressure to deliver it in 6 hours. But at the same time, they are happy. They are saying, oh, this person did such a wonderful job. And remember, room for error. Before I deliver something, you need to make sure, okay, fine. This product needs to be delivered within 12 hours. If I deliver it in 9 hours and we correct the errors within the next 3 hours, we are still within the room yatapa the client. And they don't go out vachitama kana vachipopota with a bad review, because you would have given yourself room to deliver. Now, how do we apply this to social media? Remember when we said over delivery? There's a pressure to be perfect. You do not want to be perfect on social media. The moment you decide to say ndakuisa perfection, ndakuita zvinhu zvangu zviri very high standard, your clients are going to get that feeling. They're going to expect that. But you need to maintain your brand image. If you don't deliver that perfect image, then you've made a mistake for your business. Let's take, for example, celebrity businesses. Because we put celebrities on such a high pedestal, celebrity ndiye anogona zvese, ndiye ane mari yekugadzirisa zvinhu, ndiye anoita zvinhu zvakaita so, then they bring their product. If that product or that service does not meet your standards, you're going to be immediately disappointed. Now, iwewe as a business owner, put yourself in the customer's shoes. Uchiti waona this brand that is so perfect, and iwewe wapiwa zvino zviri under delivered. So you need to put yourself in your customer's shoes. That celebrity brand failed to deliver that product. Iwewe, you have put your business on that very high standard and didn't deliver what you promised. They are left disappointed, they are left underwhelmed, and even value for money. Nyangwe munhu anga achida kubhadhara the most for that product, anodzoka asisachadi kuti abuditse either mari yakawanda kana akadzoka kwauri. That's why you find people negotiating. That's why you find people vanenge vachiti inini kwanhinge handidzokere, kana kuti muma comments muya haachaita zvinhu zvakadaro. Now let's apply this whole concept of marketing and branding to social media platforms. TikTok, you need to understand one thing. You don't need to be perfect. Some of the posts that have gone viral on TikTok, you'll find kuti they are of the silliest things. And zvinhu zvausingatombotarisire kuti zvingaenda viral, ndo zvinoenda viral pa TikTok. Instagram, aesthetics are everything. You need that polished look. But you still need to be authentic, because if you're too polished, people will feel like they cannot approach you depending on your target market. They can't approach your business. Matwa business rinotunyanyodura. But if you become too venge, people will be like, okay, so what is this? So as much as I don't recommend using graphics on TikTok, depending on your business, I do recommend Kuti, if your service is just a general service and you can afford the boosting, use graphics. They will give you that clean look that you're looking for. You just have to invest in your ads, but use graphics. Now for Facebook, it's a bit of both worlds. You don't need perfection, but you do need people to praise you. So work on those reviews of people that have come and experienced your service. Make sure to those people you leave them being able to recommend you. Vanhu pavanosvika pa page rako, havasi kufila so overwhelmed kuti, oh my God, they will give us heaven on earth with their service. No, they won't feel like that. Make sure kuti they are feeling something in between. Iwe paunoso deliver, you then be like, okay, fine. Vanava va-deliver kupfuura zvandanchi expect. Ukatarisa page ravo nezvavanoita kubasa kwavo ka indofila kuti ava vandu vekuenda navo. Also remember, Facebook is a community-based platform. That's where the families are. That's where your friends are. That's where people you went to school with. That's where vanhu vekuti wasangana navo, you can always interact on Facebook. So make sure kuti, as much as you're making them feel welcome on your page, you're also delivering properly and you're putting your reviews there. Now for Facebook as well, what you need to take note of is ads. My adverts epa Facebook nezvauri poster need to match. So normally people want to over promise on their adverts, and page kunenge kwakasheka. Make sure kuti your brand messaging is the same, so that you also maintain that feeling where you are either a very good brand with a standard look online. No one will judge you for it on Facebook. Now let's go to LinkedIn. LinkedIn is always about professionalism. I can't say this enough. So bring forward the most professional you. If people leave bad reviews, perfect your customer service. Make sure kuti it's coming out on top, it is top notch, because people will read those comments. If you find kuti pa LinkedIn zvinenge zvinorema unoziva kuti iwewe unoda kukakiridzana nevanhu zvamunoita ku Facebook zviya, then make sure kuti you have someone managing your comments on LinkedIn. Make sure kuti whatever comes there, you're not deleting your comments, you're managing the situation, because even if it's a bad comment, turn it into a good perspective. The moment you respond, you give people a message, and the moment you decide to be like, I'm going to be polite, I'm going to do things in a certain way, even if paying a bad review, you elevate your brand image.